In this video, we're going to talk about some things along the lines of suicide and self-harm. And it is a mental health issue. And it deals with your mental health. It deals with your social and your emotional, your psychological. It's how we think, feel, and act, and how we relate to others, and how we make our choices.
As she said, mental health affects how we think, feel, and act. It helps to determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. And it is also important that at every stage of life, from childhood through adulthood, your mental health is something that you need to be very careful about. Sometimes as much or even more so than your physical health. I mean, might get sick from being around something, but mental health is how you think, how you feel, how you act when you're around others, and how you act when you're alone.
And if you don't take care of your mental health, it can also cause you physical health problems as well. Your mental health matters.
It is a state of well-being. It's the ability to cope with life's challenges. It's the emotional, psychological, and social balance. You need to seek help when it's needed. There is nothing wrong with seeking help for your mental health. There is something wrong with not seeking help. Practicing self-care and resilience. Resilience is popping back. A sign of strength is self-awareness. When you know, some people, they get so bogged down, they get so stressed that they just don't even notice the way that they're acting.
What it is not, it's not simply the absence of mental illness. It's not something that you either have or you don't have. You do have mental health. Everybody does. It is not a weakness or a personal failure. The hardest thing you can do when it comes to your mental health is to ask for help. But the first thing is admitting that you've got a problem. Ignoring your emotions or pretending to be just fine. If someone asks you, hey, are you okay? I mean, our logical response is, oh, I'm fine. But if you're not, it's not fine. And it's only relevant during a crisis, and it's shameful or taboo to talk about. And for years, it used to be looked down upon if you asked for help due to a problem with your mental health. We have got to get out of that. The first thing, as I said, is to admit you've got a problem, and the second step is to ask for help.
Ooh, anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of fear, and there's nothing really to fear. Dread, when there's nothing really to dread, or an uneasiness that can be a normal reaction to stress.
It's an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes.
It's stress that is caused by external factors, that means from factors outside of you. But anxiety comes from the inside. It's your reaction to those external factors.
Stress can cause reactions that usually subside, but anxiety remains, usually in the form of an overall feeling of dread and apprehension.
Anxiety is very serious because if not addressed, it can lead to more serious issues like anxiety disorders and depression. I suffer from anxiety. I have problems. I have seen some of our students who will sometimes just break down from an anxiety attack, a panic attack. I've seen some of you holding things in. I've seen people that just were so anxious about everything. Anxiety is not something that you just play with. It can cause physical problems. It can cause you to feel like you're dying. One of the things that I do when I have an anxiety attack, and I always laugh about it, is I'll say, well, I didn't die the last time I had one of these, so maybe I won't this time. But it's not something that I can control. I mean, we can be driving down the road, and all of a sudden, my anxiety will just get really rough, and I love driving. My little nephew told me the other day, he said, you're the only person I know that likes to drive. But anxiety is just something that sneaks up on you, and it scares you. It really does. So I understand. I really, really do.
My husband started having anxiety a couple of years back, and it all stemmed from when he did his 2 tours in Iraq, and we didn't know it when he first came home, but we know it now, and we deal with it. The one thing that I tell him when he gets panicked and he starts to get anxious feeling, I'll tell him, sit, close your eyes, and I want you to tell me the first 5 things that you hear. And he'll tell me, and then I'll tell him, okay, keep your eyes closed. I want you to tell me the 5 things that you smell first. And then I'll tell him, okay, open your eyes. Tell me the first 5 things that you see. And by that time, whatever he was feeling over that, it's gone now.
Depression. If you think you might be depressed, ask yourself these questions. Do you often feel sad, anxious, worthless, or even empty?
Have you lost interest in activities you used to enjoy?
Do you get easily frustrated, irritable, or angry?
Do you find yourself withdrawing from your friends and family?
Are your grades dropping?
Has your eating or sleeping habits changed?
Have you experienced any fatigue or memory loss? Fatigue is like when you're just wiped out. You feel like you don't even have the ability to walk from here to there.
Have you thought about suicide or harming yourself? Scenarios that could be stressful. Fights with a friend.
Where to sit at lunch.
An upcoming test.
Future plans.
And yes, that includes y'all. I know a lot of y'all don't know what you're going to do after high school, and that's okay.
Where to sit at lunch. When I was growing up in the lunchroom, and I still, when I walk in this lunchroom, or when I walk in a cafeteria, or sometimes even in a restaurant, I get this feeling like everybody's looking at me, and they're not. They're doing the same thing you are. They're there to eat, But I was always so scared, and when I first started teaching, I was so scared I was going to fall in the lunchroom. I was going to slip on something, and now I'm old, so there's a bigger chance of that. But it's something you can handle. You just have to. I do a lot of talking to myself, and a lot of encouragement, and you just have to encourage yourself, and you have to have friends who encourage you. There are some of you who are really, really, really good to your friends if your friends suffer from anxiety. And some of you are just really right on the spot to say, hey, it's going to be okay, I'm here. And I applaud you for that, because we need that.
Cycle of mental health and relationships. A positive mental health is strengthened confidence and communication skills.
Okay, healthy relationships, mutual support, empathy, trust, and understanding.
Effects on friends and loved ones. You have a strong emotional bond, you have mutual respect, and you have faith.
Mental health reinforcement. You have reduced anxiety and increased overall well-being. Relationships, when you have all of these things, it will help you with anything that you're going through.
Ways to maintain positive mental health include connecting with others,
Staying positive,
getting physically active,
helping others,
getting enough sleep,
practicing healthy coping skills.
and getting professional help if needed.